Hi, Philip Sparks from Easiest Swing. I'm going to tell you 3 things that nobody tells you about when you're chipping onto the green. I've got this lovely little chip here. I've had a great shot down in my second shot. Just need to get that close to the flag. And I'm going to tell you the 3 things that people don't tell you about that will make a huge difference to you to make sure that shot ends up by the flag. Coming up right now. 3 things that we want to make sure that you know about, that nobody tells you about with your chipping, that really will make a difference to you. The first one is the club itself. The club needs to contact the ground flat. If it contacts the ground with the front edge here, you're very likely to hit a fat shot. And we know that will really wreck the shot. So just make sure that the club is tilted back and that the back edge of the club lies on the grass. If that happens, it'll just slide through the grass underneath the ball and you'll get a lovely clean contact. So if I'm playing this shot, a lot of people will tell you to play this shot with your hands in front of the ball. Okay, if you get the hands in front of the ball, the danger with that is I end up with a very sharp leading edge which will cut into the ground, and I'm very likely to catch that shot slightly fat, and then that's ruined the shot. So just make sure you use the bounce at the back of the club here. Place the club on the ground and make sure it's lying with the back edge first, when that's going to be the first thing that contacts the ground. So that back edge on the back of the golf club there is what's going to contact the grass underneath the ball. So let's just try that. Tip number 2, and this is a really important one, is about the way that you turn through the shot. This is really important because if you're not very careful, you turn through the shot trying to keep your head down, which is what a lot of people tell you to do religiously on this shot. Keep your head down. Now if you do that, what will tend to happen is you kind of make this move here through the ball. And you see what's happening here is that my right side is getting too low. And what happens is there isn't enough room for my right arm and the club to come through. I'm going to end up hitting the ground before the ball. So a great alternative to that is to think about rotating your shoulders through the shot this way. Don't worry about keeping your head down. You don't need to keep your head down for this shot. You just need to make sure that your turn and your shoulders turn and rotate around your spine. So long as you do that, you'll get a clean contact on the ball. Let me show you how I'm going to rotate my shoulders through the shot and not try and keep my head down. And that's just a lot easier for you. It's much simpler to get a nice contact on the ball if that shoulder's not dropping underneath. It's a really common problem with golfers trying to keep their head down, dropping that shoulder down. Just let yourself turn through. Okay, let's get to tip number 3, and this is the great one. You'll love this. Tip number 3, and this is really important, is to think about the pressure of your hands on the golf club. Remember, this shot is all about feel. And feel is really important to achieve in a golf shot, in a little pitch chip like this. And you'll only get feel if you've got a fairly light hold on the club. If you're gripping it really tight, you kind of lose feel. It's like a block between your hands, arms, shoulders, and the club head itself. When you lighten your grip on the club, you can feel the club head better, okay? So on a scale of 0 to 10, go out and see what your own pressure is when you're playing your chips. I think you'll probably find you might be up 5, 6, 7, may even be higher. Bring that pressure right down and get it to a lighter number. I'd recommend 3, 2, something like that on that scale. And there's a nice light pressure on the golf club. Now the next part of this then is what happens during the swing. Does the pressure on your grip, let's say that you're normally gripping it at 5, does the pressure on your grip tighten up as you come through the ball? Does it go up to 8 or 9 as you come through the shot? Because if that happens, that's a really bad action. It's going to be very difficult to control that and to get any feel. So what we're going to do in this exercise here, this next one, is just to take a light pressure on the grip, maybe 2, 3, 2, 3 on the backswing, and still 2, 3 here at the end of the follow through. So just check that out. Nice and light, all the way back, all the way through. You'll find you have to kind of slow the action down a little bit, make sure it's very nicely in time with you, get the rhythm right of this shot. Let's just see how that works. And you can see there, I've got to the end of the swing and still gripping at about 2 or 3. I didn't tighten up as I played the shot. Let me show you that one more time. So really nice and light in the grip, light back, light through. And that gives you great control over the ball. You're not going to hit the ball much too hard or to lose control of it. So those 3 things, remember, get the club set correctly on the ground so it's not tilted too far forward and got the sharp edge that's going to make you hit it fat. So you get the club in the right position to start with. Get your shoulders to turn through the shot this way, not dropping that right shoulder underneath. That's the killer. Shoves your body weight back onto your back foot, you're probably going to hit it fat. Make sure you're moving forward and coming through. Bring the shoulders around into the follow through there. And the final one, get that grip pressure around 2 or 3 at the setup, at the top of the backswing, at the end of the follow through. No tightening up. Once you get those 3 things, you will be made. Your short game's going to get so much better. So I hope you've enjoyed that video, and if you have, please like and subscribe below, and please check us out at easiestswing.com and play it, live it, share it, like we all do in the Easiest Swing. See you in the next video.